Guys, so today what we're going to cover is one of my favorite ways of getting leads, especially in the businesses that you're in, which is real estate, because it's a local business. And a lot of people aren't familiar with this, a surprising amount of people actually, including myself when I first heard about it. But Google, everyone knows about Google AdWords. Everyone's pretty familiar with it. The pay per click, people are searching for stuff. It's usually high intent leads, blah, blah, blah. But no one knows about Google local services because even though it's under the Google Ads umbrella, it is a different type of ad. So they actually show a few examples right here, which is really good for me because it makes it easier to explain. But what it is, it's for businesses that are local. So, for example, I wouldn't be able to do it because I run a marketing agency that works with agents around the entire country and even in Canada and places like that. So it doesn't make sense for me. But for you guys being real estate agents, it makes all the sense in the world. Or if you're a loan officer, whoever, anyone who's in a local business, you understand what I mean. It makes a lot of sense for you because the kind of leads that you get are really, really good ones, quite frankly, and very, very inexpensive for what they are. Like, it's insane because what local services ads is it's getting you a different kind of badge. So if you've done Google at all, you'll know that you can do your Google My Business and all that. But what this does is it gives you this Google Guaranteed or Google Screen badge, as you can see on these examples that are flashing by. And it just shows a higher level of like, hey, look, this person's super serious, and it ranks you higher too. But what it's going to do, it shows up kind of separately. So like, let's just say someone Googled real estate agents in Tampa. Then if you're running local services ads, you'll show up in your own section that's basically above the normal search stuff. So I mean, like, obviously I'm not gonna like bore you to death with it, but Google gives you the example right here. So people have their search ads that are through Google AdWords that they're sponsored, but these show up a little bit differently as, like I said, Google Guaranteed, and they stand out. I mean, like, they tell you right here, it shows up at the very top. So it can vary. Sometimes it's gonna be like pictures that like you scroll to the right or left and so on, but you understand what I mean. It's not super complicated. And the best part is you don't even really have to be tech savvy. Like, yeah, we're actually, it's funny because we're actually looking at offering this as a service for our agents, but you really don't even need that much tech savviness. It's just more of like the management that people need help with. But let me go straight to it. So this is an example. So this is from a cleaning business that I was running previously for a good few months, and then I just decided to go kind of back full time with this. But during that, the way that we got 99% of our business was from Google local services ads, and it doesn't show all the leads right now just because like we've archived a lot of them and marked them as completed and so on. But essentially, what's going to happen is people who are still searching for, whatever that thing is, so they're searching for realtors in Tampa, for example, then I'm running, a local service ad. They'll see me, they'll see my Google Guaranteed, and it'll give them the option to call me or to chat with me. You can pick whether you want the chat option on or off. It's optional, but I would recommend keeping it on because we've gotten plenty of deals from people who didn't feel like calling, but were willing to chat. It's an instant chat right there. And you can go and set up appointments. You can have conversations. You can warm them up. Very easy. But the best part about it is you can actually see it right here. And that's why I have this open, because some of these leads that come through obviously will still be people that are tire kickers, BSers, whatever you want to call them. And that's okay. That's really okay because you're only paying for leads that are actually valuable. So if someone comes in looking for, let's just say they're looking for, I don't know, taxidermy services from you, you can say, hey, I don't offer taxidermy services. And then Google records the call automatically when they do reach out to you, and it'll tell you it's from Google. So like you're good to go and you'll know what's up. But Google will record the call and you can mark the lead as a disputed one. So you can just go and like select it and just say, hey, dispute. And Google will go and verify it. And it's usually a pretty quick process, like for the most part within same, if not next day. But they'll go and verify if the lead was garbage or not. As long as you don't have a conversation, like keep in mind, this is a thing I had to find out the hard way because I got charged for leads where I had like a conversation or I like referred them to someone else and Google was like, oh, well, you basically had the conversation and like you didn't blow them off. So this is the lead. Because, there is still like, they still want to make money. When you talk to someone, if they're looking for a service that you don't offer, You need to end the call, tell them, hey, I don't offer that. You have a good day. And then immediately dispute it. So that way you don't get charged. Because for every lead that you get that's an actual lead, you will get charged for it. And like I said, after you get someone who's it just like on that first phone call, it's just like what are you even talking about? Then just let Google know, hey, I dispute this. I couldn't help this person. They were looking for because I think that if I recall correctly, they give you a few different options and ways to dispute. So you can tell it like, oh, this person's looking for services I don't offer, harassment, whatever it may be, and then that way you can just go ahead and not get charged. And the way that you do get charged, so I'll pull it up for you guys. For one, actually, before I even get into that, I don't even know how I skipped this. The biggest thing is the business verification. I skipped it because like I'm so used to just staring at the lead screen that it's like second nature for me. But for you guys, this is the most important thing. I'll see if it loads. It's been taking a little while to load today, but ultimately what it is you have to do a few different steps. So one, you need to have your Google My Business. If you don't have Google My Business, you need to go do that. And more than likely, Google will probably have you like take a picture of your office or something like that. They have you do a variety of things. I just can't tell you what it'll be because it does vary significantly. But they'll just make sure that like it is an actual business. So yeah, this is perfect because it shows you everything. So this is for this cleaning business. For you guys, you will have something else because you're a realtor. They have it catered for everyone, but they're going to ask you usually for the background check. I think the background check's really consistent. Customer reviews, always. You have to have at least 5 customer reviews to be able to do Google My, not Google My Business, to be able to do local services ads. You literally cannot do them until you have, at least 5 reviews on Google. Once again, get 5 reviews on Google. Super important. If you don't have them, go ask all your friends, all your old clients, everyone you know. I don't care if you have to offer them a $5 gift card or get them a coffee or something. Who cares? Get the reviews by any means necessary. And then you need to have your budget, billing information, all that kind of stuff. I doubt they'll ask you for proof of insurance of any kind. This is because this is a cleaning business. You need liability insurance. But anyways, the budgeting stuff is kind of over here, which put profiles and budget, which, like I said, it may take a second to load. But what it is you tell Google how much you're looking to spend weekly, and then it'll kind of spend within that. This is one thing that I'm still trying to figure out myself, honestly. It's kind of confusing how it works, and quite frankly, I just haven't looked up like a proper like super tutorial for it, so maybe it's just my fault. But the way that Google bills you, it's in increments still, but it's not that consistent. So I'm not sure how much like they charge you per lead kind of thing. And if you want to figure it out, I just ask them because they have a really good support. I'm not sure why it's not showing up here right now because I just there it goes. It was just taking a while. All right, hopefully you guys can see all this because it did take a second to load, but you can see everything about the business, blah, blah, blah. The bidding strategy, we maximize leads, and our average weekly budget, we wanted to spend $500 a week at the time. And we had our job types listed, and we also had message leads, which was, that's the option to be able to chat with them. You can add more pictures and so on. But all in all, that's kind of how it works in a nutshell. Like I said, it is a process that can be done pretty easily, and you can kind of coast through it when you start setting it up. And also their support is extremely helpful, like much better than Facebook, quite frankly. So that said, hope you guys enjoy it and let me know what your results are.